last thing we need to do is enable people. It just doesn't work. And I started with my philosophy of, they shouldn't be treated any differently than my son. As far as I'm concerned, socially, they're just misbehaving. They're doing things that a normal person would not allow someone in their household to do. Yet we're saying they can't do anything for themselves, which I don't buy. Everybody can be accountable. And that's exactly what we were trying to do. I'm a retired Major of Marines, and proudly. And I don't think, and it's always been something that I've wanted to do, is be involved and give back to the community. And when I got elected to the City Council, after 9 years on the Planning Commission, I was tired of dealing with following policy. I wanted to make the policy to try to make Vista a better place. And one of the things that I found was the homeless issue is huge. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants to even deal with it, and they don't want to talk about it. So the only way we're going to solve something like that is to talk about it. And by God, we did. And it was through that we started seeing a lot of things. What are other communities doing? And we stole from Portland, Oregon, borrowed maybe, but we went to, they had a program called Real Change is Better Than Spare Change, to take care of aggressive panhandling. So I brought legislation that said no aggressive panhandling on the streets where you're interfering with pedestrians. And it's enforceable, and the cops liked it because it gave them a reason to write a ticket on a bad guy. Get enough tickets, we can put them in jail. But that doesn't really solve the problem. About that time, the Alpha Project came to Vista, and they were living out at Green Oak Ranch. And that's where I first met Chris. And I kind of liked the idea of what they were doing. Sounds good to me. And I think from there, just built the idea that we're not going to give anybody anything. We're going to have to make them earn it. And what does that mean? Right now in Vista, there are a ton of graduates from that homeless men's program who are living here and productive citizens in Vista. It's a great story. But then about the turn of the century, we start seeing where we have tons of women with their children, sometimes homeless families, sometimes homeless dads who have no place to go, nobody wants them. And a lot of them were economic, but this program, to fill the need, we started a program called Solutions for Change. Because using that same model we used with homeless men, it works with families. Yeah, and I think the reason it is successful is we treat them like people. We have expectations for their behavior. It's just like when my sons were teenagers. If they wanted to go out and drink and do all kinds of bad things, stay out a couple of days, come in, take a shower, raid the refrigerator and sack out, and then go do it all over again, that's not acceptable. And we, as a community, we should not accept that kind of behavior. Well, by treating them as we would like them to behave is something that we do now with the families, just like we did with the homeless men. And it was successful. You know, anytime, and I used to have a trite saying about it, and it was, if we want to take them off the welfare rolls and put them on the tax rolls. And it just warms my heart to see someone take advantage of all the abilities they have and to be a successful student. I said student because I teach. And what do I want for my students? The same thing I want here. And when you see a student really blossom, it's the greatest feeling in the world. It gives meaning to someone's life.